Hello, hello, and welcome back for another exciting Apex Predator Showdown as we continue our shuffle mode run through Hinterland Studios' The Long Dark. And I've got to say, folks, I'm starting to feel like a contestant on the world's grittiest elimination-style reality TV show. Forget Big Brother, forget Ninja Warrior. We've got competition in the truest sense of the word right here. And the stakes are pretty much the highest possible because the only prize on offer is survival. And in this episode, you won't be seeing our usual Thunderdome-style one-man enters, one-man leaves face-off between a lone, desperate, half-starved human and a pack of slavering wolves. No, no, no. This week, ladies and gentlemen, there's a brand new contender in town, and it's the 800 pounds of brown killing fury that is Ursus Arctos Horribilis, a.k.a. the Canadian Grizzly. Because apparently, a snowbound apocalypse wasn't exciting enough. I guess it must be sweeps week or something, but anyway. Stay tuned, because while the smart move would be to stay indoors huddled over a garbage barrel fire eating cans of warm peaches, there's not much entertainment value in that, and I'm nothing if not a slave to ratings, so we're going to be venturing forth. I'm actually quite glad I lit this lantern. We're going to pick up some extra matches as a result. And I'm starting to wonder if maybe I overlooked anything else. We are very badly encumbered. Also, I think we're like horribly dehydrated. Put that lantern away and get out of flare. Take a look at our needs. Yeah, we definitely got to drink some water, which is fine. That'll help get rid of some of this weight. We're also exceedingly hungry. You know what? It's time. We got to do this. We need a ton of calories, so we're going to go for our can opener. We're going to smash open a nice little can of condensed sweetened milk here. That's giving us a big calorie boost. At least enough to get, through breakfast time. Although I can't really recommend fucking eating a can of condensed milk for breakfast. That is most definitely not the fucking breakfast of champions, folks. Strongly consider not doing that. We're going to have our flare ready, of course, because this entire area is infested with wildlife and other predators, and we are horrifically encumbered. Really, all we're looking to do is walk like the 15 feet to our house so that we can stash these supplies. But this entire encampment is completely overrun. There was a pack of wolves chasing deer who were being chased in turn by a bear. It's pretty goddamn awful. So let's take a peek outside. First thing we're going to do, look for dangerous animals. All of our senses are alert. This is what 100,000 years of evolving along in the savannah has sort of trained us for. Alert for predators. Alright. I don't see any glaring whites of delicious eyes looking... Well, actually, the eyes probably would be delicious, but of hungry eyes, rather, looking to tear us apart. This is not an episode of Dirty Dancing. We are not concerned about hungry eyes. I'm trying to run. This is actually a dead sprint. This is as fast as we can go. We get caught out in the open by some kind of vicious, starving animal. I have to assume we're going to be just torn to pieces. Are you... What the hell is that? Oh, that is... Never mind. It's a guardrail. I thought it was a dog that had been half buried in snow. Just a guardrail. Home sweet home. We're back. We're safe. Let's offload some goods then. We got to get unencumbered as quick as we can. I would like to go out and do some more scavenging today, but the weather is not really looking terribly cooperative. Put most of it... Actually, let's just get all of our food in the refrigerator and we can grab that as we need it. We're also going to put the bulk of this water in there. And then we'll just snag a little bit of that back for our immediate drinking needs. You know what? Probably that's good. Let's look at clothing. I think we tore apart pretty much everything that we didn't... Yeah, actually the clothing situation is pretty well sorted. We were stashing stuff, I believe, in this cabinet. Yep. Alright, so we've got some extra clothing. We got to get rid of one of these bedrolls. They're really heavy. That one's already kind of busted up. Chuck that over. We weren't putting fire-making tools in here, were we? This is just clothes. Clothes and water purification tablets, because those are two things that go together. Also, it looks like medicine as well, but that's fine. We probably don't need all these bandages. Let's put a couple of those over there. We don't. Keep a pair of antibiotics. One thing of accelerant is probably enough. Keeping that bedroll. We have two can openers, both at 81%. I'm going to stash one of those. Keeping a candy bar. We have a lot of matches. A lot of cardboard matches, specifically. So let's put the best quality ones in our stash. Save those for later. And not when I say save them for later, of course, I mean, we're going to eat those matches. That's what I mean. We're going to eat them. I know that sounds a little weird, but beats starving. Haven't you ever had match head soup? It's poisonous, so, you know, don't ever try and have match head soup because it literally will kill you. I think we'll keep our crafting materials. Actually, didn't I just said that and then I put cloth in there. Throw those crow feathers, that leather. The fire-making tools we're probably going to hang on to. The fish hook, we can't really make use of the fish hook until we find some gut to go along with it. We got a pretty decent pair of shoes last time. We did find a jerry can. We have a ton of lantern fuel. Which, for some reason... Oh, this container is full. Alright then. Well, let's start pulling... Let's pull the crafting items out then. We'll leave the clothing. This can just be our clothing shop. We're going to have to store in multiple locations. Let's consolidate. Take the fishing hook. We'll get the jerry can back. Grab those feathers. Grab that leather. Grab your feathers. Grab your leather. Sounds like we're going to make like a costume for the worst drag competition ever. So this has got to be exciting to watch, folks, and I appreciate you staying with me here while I sort of get things sorted about. The can opener, we should probably store the can opener in the refrigerator, honestly. So let's just have this place will just be, actually the cloth is a crafting material technically. Let's just have this place be extra clothes and medical supplies. That's fine. I'm going to go shove the can opener in a refrigerator. That doesn't make a lot of sense. Why not? We have two? Yeah, so extra can opener goes in the fridge with the canned food. I mean, we're sort of sorting by type. We need another container where we can start putting firewood and stuff. I guess we'll keep the fire supplies next to the TV. I mean, we can't actually watch TV anymore, so seems reasonable. I will keep one book for emergency fire starting. And the plus, the advantage to this is once we have this done, we can sort of not futz with it anymore. Once everything is sorted on where we need it to be, we can just leave it there. We're doing just crafting supplies here, which means scrap metal. The reishi mushrooms and the old man's beard lichen are technically crafting materials. At least the old man's beard is. The reishi mushrooms are actually food, technically. I don't know why they go in this category. Tinder plug. We don't need all this newsprint either. Let's keep 2 of those. We definitely don't need all these newspapers, because I have to assume we've read today's edition a number of times by this point. We were trapped in a car at one point last episode for about an hour. We did take a little nap, but I have to assume we did some reading to help us fall asleep, while a wolf stood outside slavering at the doorway. What all is in here? Yeah, we can afford to... Let's get rid of this junked out bedroll. We'll keep the can opener. The extra matches can all go. Do I want to keep 1 book of cardboard matches? No, I really don't. I think if you fall in water, those matches get ruined. We're keeping the flares, absolutely, because with the proclivity for starving animals to be in the neighborhood, we want to make sure we can defend ourselves at least slightly. We got a ton of lantern fuel. I'm going to keep our smallest amount of lantern fuel on us. Actually, these 2 are in worse shape. Not that this one is in particularly good shape. Let's take our 2 worst. We'll keep those on. The lantern fuel doesn't weigh a whole lot. Keeping that pry bar, we don't really need a bullet. Sewing kit, we'll put the 2 unused ones in there. The tools, simple tools, we only have 1 set of. We've got the lantern, it's fine. Wooden matches, we'll put all the high quality ones into storage, and we'll keep, again, just the weakest specimens. It's kind of our MO. We're all about traveling with the weakest members of the herd. Logs. Those fire logs are going to go. We don't need those. We do need some cedar firewood, and actually one thing we also kind of need to do is forage for firewood. We don't have an abundance of food. We're carrying a candy bar and some water. Why is our carrying capacity so low? Are we injured? We are a little injured, actually. We're also kind of hungry and a little bit thirsty. We can take care of a couple of those needs. Let's drink. I really don't want to start eating all of my, like, food that will travel. Things we can eat without a fire. Let's go see what we can do in the food department for something that, you know what, we'll eat some sardines. That's fine. We'll grab a tin of sardines. We got a lot of sardines. Alternatively, we could eat a can of this dog food. It's about to go bad. So is this peanut butter. That's how we'll decide. This is how we'll decide what we're going to have. Whatever is the worst shape. We have a 21% can of tomato soup. I don't want to eat cold tomato soup. That's just me being picky. It's the apocalypse. One shouldn't really care what one eats, but damn it, I am not going to eat cold tomato soup. I'm going to have some nice, dry fucking crackers. Those are a ton of calories. They're going to make me thirsty, but water is the one thing I have an abundant supply of. I have stolen the water from every toilet in the universe. All right. So let's go do some additional scavenging then. There's really nothing else we need to do at home. And there was a building that we sort of walked right past in our headlong flight from a starving wolf. We're going to go loot that. The Quonset Hut gas station has been fully looted. Again, top priority, dangerous predators. I don't see any. I do see a deer, which is unfortunate because those deer have a tendency to attract predators. Of course, there's nothing in there. I don't think we searched the trunk last time because we were too busy dodging from a wolf. Found a soda in the trunk. And some beef jerky. Alright, I'll take it. Soda and beef jerky. And this is the building we skipped while running from the big mean dog. So let's get our asses in here. We really need to find a hatchet or a hunting knife. We don't have any tools other than a pry bar, and we've got to do better. Wait, did we already search this place? We did search this place. Alright, well, no need to hang around here then. What's the building we didn't search? Oh, this was the house that had the dead guy in it. That's right. We didn't search that house because it had, or we did search it, but it had a dead man in it, so we didn't stay. There's Quonset Hut gas station. There's our house. There's burned house. There was one place we didn't search because we were on the run. Fuck, a wolf. Get back in the house. 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 Oh, he is right on our butts. I'm getting real tired of these wolves. Real tired of these wolves. We need a way to defend ourselves from the wily predators. So I guess we might as well just see if there's anything we can do while we're in here. I wish I had brought some extra clothes. We could at least break those down to kind of pass the time. No Herman double checking to make sure we didn't overlook anything, I suppose. We've nothing to do but time. Toilet? Yeah, it's empty now. I already drank all the toilet water. Trapped in an empty house. Nothing to do. Is there anything in our inventory we can, like, break down or maybe, I don't know, somehow improve our situation? We got beef jerky, so we've got food at least. We have some beef jerky and a can of soda. And the answer, sadly, is not really. Why am I still carrying around this coat I'm not wearing? I still hear the dog panting outside, so we're just going to take a nice little nap. This is my one defense against starving animals, folks. I sleep. This is how I get around the deadly, deadly predators. I have nothing to do but nap. It's starting to get a little irritating, actually. Let's go outside and see if our canine friend is still waiting. Please have gone away. I really want the weather to turn just fucking horrible so that I can move from house to house without fear of being seen by an angry dog and devoured. Alright, so this weather is bad. Visibility is low, which is kind of fucking terrible. You've got to be shitting me. Alright, fuck it. We got to get to somewhere other than where we are. Go the fuck away, wolf. We got rid of one at least. Actually, didn't we already search this house? I'm pretty sure we already searched this house. Won't hurt to double check, but I'm pretty sure we already searched it. We want to do this as quick as possible while our flare is still active. Yeah, alright, we've already been here. So this place has been searched fully. We want to keep this flare burning. If we need to, we can throw it at another wolf. Make him run away from us. I know there are houses across the road that we have not searched yet. Alright, no wolves in sight. We're not encumbered, so we're making pretty good speed. Real tired of the mean puppies. Mean puppies are everywhere. Couldn't these locals have trained their animals to be a little better behaved? There is a wolf after us. No idea where he is. Yeah, you can just stay over there, wolf, you fucking jerk. So the one thing we've learned, wolves, goddamn jerks.
Best be
Fucking, they're assholes.
Anything.
I'm telling you, these wolves, they're tenacious sons of bitches, too. They will not give up. I guess we'll search this house by flare light. I really don't like the fact that we're wasting one of our few remaining flares. We really need to get the hell out of here. There are too many wolves and we have no way to defend ourselves. If only we could bait the wolves with dog food and set up some kind of, like, wolf trap. That would be brilliant. We would have unlimited supplies of wolf meat that we could eat if we could just set up a nice little snare. We got more dog food we know what to do with. Nice cup of herbal tea, we'll take it. Sounds like the wolf is scratching at the door trying to get in. It legitimately does. I feel like one of the three little pigs here. The big bad wolf will not go away. It's only a matter of time before he huffs and puffs and blows our house in. Wolves are jerks. They're really, really assholes. And I'm getting sick of it, for one. I'm telling you, Wolf. You guys are just fucking dick faces. You really need to seek help, Wolf. Seek help, rather. There's got to be some kind of support group or, I don't know, some kind of anger management therapy. You could maybe, I don't know, enroll in, Mr. Wolf. You have a real aggression problem, and I think it would help you considerably if you try to get your anger issues under control. Well, we got plenty of firewood. That's good. We can start a fire here if we're trapped indefinitely. Nice cold cup of coffee there. A newspaper. Yeah, another newspaper roll. I wish there was somewhere we could extinguish and relight a flare once it was lit. I would save it for throwing at dogs, but that's not going to work. I need a hatchet or some other manner of weapon. I mean, if we had something we could use to kill a wolf, maybe we could kill it, cut its head off, stake it out, and make, like, you know, an example of it for all the other wolves. Just like, you know, make a nice little effigy or something to scare the other wolves away. Be like, hey, you come into human territory, this is what happens to you. You get your head cut off and fucking staked to the top of the gates like Ned Stark. Is a lesson to all you other wolves out there.
That stuff will come in handy.
Alright, so a thin wool sweater and some mittens. We at least found some clothing in here, so it's not a total loss. I'm not real pleased about having had to use a flare. Some accelerant. Cotton long undies. I always keep my underwear in the bathtub. Another flare! Yes! I don't feel quite so bad about having used this one. And, of course, some delicious Tidy Bowl Blue. Ah, well, at least my Tidy Bowl Jones for the day won't go unsatisfied. So, every cloud, folks. Silver lining, every cloud. Sure, I almost got gnawed to death by a wolf. But I did get my hands on some delicious toilet water. At some point, these wolves are going to stop being afraid of flares, too. I mean, basically, I'm just Pavlovian conditioning them to not fear the one thing I have that might stop them from attacking me. Are there any other houses over here? I thought there was another house. Let me get up on top of this hill so I can see, get a little better vantage point. There's a wolf between me and safety. Try and keep out of his sight. I wonder if crouching helps with the wolves. I wonder if they can't see me if I'm crouched. At this point, I'll kind of try anything. Is that a fucking bear? Nope, it's another wolf. He's on to me. We gotta run. Back to do temporary house. I think I may go out onto the lakeside and try and circle around. This area is so overrun with wolves. I need a weapon. Something. A hatchet, a knife, a gun, a bow and arrow. I feel so helpless. And maybe that's what Hinterland is shooting for here. Maybe you're supposed to feel kind of helpless. I think what we'll do, this flare. I hate to waste the flare. Fuck it. I'm burning this joint to the ground. Burn! Burn it all down! All of it's got to go! Wow, this is like a safety flare? Alright, well. A broken flare doesn't really do anything. I mean, I suppose we could throw it and try to get the wolf to fetch. I am going to sleep for an hour, as strange as this may sound, just in a hope that maybe the weather turns into a titanic blizzard and the wolves wander off. I don't think that's going to happen. But, you know, there's always hope, I guess. Always hope. Alright. Let's get another flare ready, just in case. Do I hear panting? I thought I heard... I'm going to make a break for the ice. My theory is maybe the wolves will be somewhat less eager to follow me out onto a frozen lake. No predators in the immediate vicinity. And keep an eye all around us. Eyes on a swivel. We got to have our heads on a swivel here. We're looking in 360 degrees of direction at all times. So my lake theory seems pan out slightly. What have we got? There's a dead deer. Can we do anything with this? Can we harvest any of this? We can. Estimated time requires tool. Can I get any of this stuff? Carcass more than 50% frozen cannot... Alright, well, no. So we need some manner of tool to harvest a frozen carcass. Alternatively, we could build a fire and try to thaw it, but trying to thaw it out on the ice seems like a fucking terrible idea. There's another wolf, by the way. So it looks like my ice theory may not be entirely brilliant. Also, is that a fucking bear? There's our grizzly bear friend. Hello, Grizzly. I'm going to call you Adam after Grizzly Adams. And I'm hoping you don't devour me while I'm trying to loot this fishing shack. I'm assuming if you were interested in the fishing shack, you would have already probably looted the fishing shack. Actually, we may have looted this fishing shack, given its proximity to where we started. We have, in fact, looted it. So let's just move away from our nice bear friend. And if this ice is strong enough to hold us, I have to assume that it's probably strong enough to hold that bear, although a grizzly bear would outweigh us by, oh, I don't know, a couple 100 pounds, probably 5 times our weight, roughly. Looks like the bear is chasing rabbits. There were a lot of rabbits on that island, as I recall. That is a wolf? Yep. So clearly the wolf, my theory about the wolves having inhibitions about traveling on the ice, absolutely, completely unfounded. They don't seem to give a fuck at all. I'm pretty sure that wolf is chasing rabbits, however, and while he's chasing rabbits, I'm going to assume that he'll probably leave us alone. Let's hope. Give him a good chase, Bugs. Keep that son of a bitch off of my ass and busy, if you would. Found a tinder plug. So this has been a, fantastic trip. We found a can of peaches and a tinder plug. Ooh, some reclaimed wood.
Probably useful.
Reclaimed wood is useful. If we can get some gut, we can couple that reclaimed wood with it and try and make snares for rabbits. That way we would have a potential supply of available and renewable meat. Because we're living exclusively on canned goods right now, and when the canned goods run out, well, fuck, we run out as well. We gotta be very careful. There's another fucking wolf. Jesus Christ, they're everywhere. Alright, wolves. Whoever said the wolf was an endangered species is a goddamn liar. A fucking miserable, bitter liar. Actually, that's not a wolf, that's just part of a rock. Or it's a bear just sitting there. I think it might be a... I can't tell. Could be a bear, or could just be a chunk of that rock. It might just be a part of that rock that's not covered by snow. It is, in fact, a part of that rock that's not covered by snow. Is that a knife? Be a knife. Oh, yes! No, it's... Never mind. It's a magnifying lens. So I guess a magnifying glass is like a renewable way to potentially start fires. That's the only thing I can think of that it would be useful for. Man, I really wanted that to be a hunting knife. We could have at least then defended ourselves from a wolf, and potentially, after we killed a wolf, harvested its carcass, but no such luck. We also have no way to chip open ice fishing holes. Not that we can make fishing tackle at this point anyway, because we still don't have any gut. We do have a fishing hook, but no gut. We kind of need to go look for tree saplings, I think, maybe, so we can start trying to craft a bow, perhaps? I've never seen one of the tree saplings. I know the components that are required in it. There are 2 types of tree saplings, one that gets used to make into a bow, and another that's used to actually make arrows. I've not encountered any yet, but we'll keep an eye out. We got a car here. Worst case scenario, we can always bunk down in this car if we need to. If there's anything in the back seat, man, just an old newspaper. I think that's it. Check out the front seat here. Got a candy bar. Is that it? Check the glove box. Another flare. Good. Alright. So despite having used a flare, we've actually come out net positives in the flare department today. We found 2. We've only used 1. That's going to be a neat trick getting home without using another flare, though, given the proliferation of wolves in the area. Are you wood? Nope, just a rock. That's one kind of drawback, actually, I find to the minimalist art style here. Some of the... That's a wolf. Some of the objects with the snow and the overlap and the clean clipping and the rocks and whatnot tend to look like the silhouettes of vicious predators. Everything kind of looks like a wolf. Now, granted, I could maybe be overreacting a little bit, given our recent history. Can I drop down here without breaking both of my ankles? Yes. Good, because I don't really relish the thought of trying to outrun a wolf with broken ankles. That would blow. What we got up here? I'm trying to keep the high ground when possible. Every time she grunts, I assume that I've broken my leg and I'm about to be devoured by a wild beast. Hasn't happened yet, though. So that's... What is that? Oh, that's a road sign. We do need to be careful. The weather is fairly nice, so it's kind of dangerous to be out and about. I would assume that the animals would be more likely to lair when the weather is terrible, so perhaps, yeah, there's a wolf. That might be something of a trade-off one has to be willing to accept. You have to go out in worse weather to try and avoid predators that you can't necessarily deal with. Have we searched that building? I don't think we've searched this building yet, and it seems like it's going to give us an approach vector that doesn't involve tangling with a large and starving dog. So let's head in here. Not sure if we've been in here or not. Why does my gal keep grunting? What the hell is wrong with her? She's not starving or anything. I mean, she's a little hungry, she's a little thirsty, but she's not about to die, and she sounds like she's fucking either giving birth or has had one of her limbs amputated and is trying not to bleed out. This place is lousy with firewood. If we can find a ready supply of food here, I may actually spend the night. We'll have to see how much daylight we have left, but there is just an absolute ton of firewood in this place. Anything useful on these shelves? Doesn't look like it. Oh, wait, what are you? Basic gloves. We'll take them. We can always break them down into cloth if nothing else. 2 fire logs here. Anything on the mantle? Some matches? Yep, some wooden matches. Fireplace. Nothing on that shelf. We're a little encumbered here. Search this cabinet. It is empty. Looks like the rest of the sort of living main area here is completely clear. Head into the kitchen. See what we can whip us up. Maybe fricassee us some fucking coffee. Man, I have enough coffee that I'm considering just going over to that Quonset Hut gas station. Maybe doing a few renovations, you know, hiring a designer to come in, sort of give it an Art Deco kind of 50s flair. And I think I may just open a diner, sort of Twin Peaks style, where all we serve is coffee and pie. See if we can get, you know, the local FBI investigator to come hang out with us. Maybe periodically have a snack. I mean, the coffee's fucking fantastic, and man, there's plenty of it, so we got that going for us. We got plenty of cans of peaches, so I have to assume we could make at least a decent peach pie. Little graham cracker crust, maybe. Try something different. Who knows? Yeah, microwave's got nothing in it.
Best
More
be
dog
prepared
food
for anything.
Yeah, at this rate, I'm going to be reduced to eating dog food in the very, very near future. Anything useful over here? Does not appear to be. Let's check this cabinet and the stove, then. Nothing in the cabinet. Anything in the old oven?
I think I can use
Some
this.
cooked rabbit. You know what? Yeah, you can absolutely use that cooked rabbit. And you know how you're going to use it? You're going to put it in your mouth and chew until it's gone. Might as well drink that water while we're at it. And let's get rid of this cooked rabbit. I'm just going to go ahead and eat it. It is 100%, but cooked food spoils much quicker than canned food, so we might as well get rid of that. I wanted to drink a soda, but we're not thirsty. We are a little thirsty. Next time we get even more thirsty, I may drink a soda. Let's check the fridge. A lot of nothing. That was definitely a dog. So there's a dog already camping outside. He must have seen us come in, and that camping bastard. These guys give Halo players a fucking good name. I mean...
Okay.
You thought camping was bad in that game? These wolves spawn camp like nobody's business. Sitting on top of us, got a tent pitched, camp stove. It's a legitimate strategy. I mean, it is, sincerely, but man, is it scummy. These wolves, they got no sense of fair play. None at all. Fucking jerks. Hashtag wolves are jerks. Also, this bedroom is completely empty of... It's entirely devoid of anything useful. At all. It's got a bed. That's going to be the most useful object in there. Door's empty. Radio. Nothing so far. Alright.
This
Got a
stuff will come in
bandage.
handy.
Yeah, it probably will come in handy once a wolf, you know, rips most of the flesh off of our arm. It's going to need that. Probably need those painkillers, too, as a result. Radio, bed, nothing. Still nothing useful. Alright. The bathroom, anything? No, still don't see. Got a newsprint roll. Of course, there's newspaper in the bathroom. Some antibiotics. That's actually a quality find. And the obligatory 0.41 gallons of toilet water. Wonder if we could get the wolves addicted to toilet water, and then when they saw us, rather than thinking, ah, delicious meal, they would think, oh, dealer. And then just come over and approach us, and we could put down a tiny bowl and let them lap at the tiny bowl blue-flavored toilet water, satisfying their Jones, and thus teaching them to find us not a source of food, but a potential source of fix for their next Jones. Alright, let's see what we can do about breaking stuff down. These boots are bad. Let's harvest them. We got some time to kill because I can actually still hear the dogs outside. So we might as well try and get rid of what we can. We have no idea how much daylight is left. I have to assume it's plenty. We had quite a bit left. These gloves are in very good shape. They have a better wind chill bonus, but a worse overall warmth bonus. These are vastly warmer, but not quite as good against the wind chill. If fully repaired, though, those mittens would be better. So let's go ahead and harvest these. We can always patch the mittens up if we need to. I believe a standard, sort of a standard repair action gets you 30% repaired. That hat is better. What about this toque? Is it better? Not quite. 1.7, but 0 against wind chill. 1.3, but 1.3 against wind. You know what? I'm going to wear the toque, actually. The toque is better. Overall, it's 1.3 to both. We're looking at a 0.4 difference in the total warmth, and again, once that's repaired, it's going to be better. So we can harvest that as well. And since we've got time, we have no idea how much daylight is left. I really should go outside and try and get an idea of how much time we have. It sounds like the weather has taken a dramatic turn for the worse as well. Bit of a blow coming in off the lake. And I don't know why I'm Australian, since we're in Canada. What do we got here? It is 19. We still have no idea how much daylight is left because of the blizzard. Should we try and make it home during the blizzard? Nah, I'm a little more encumbered than I would like, actually. I don't really relish the thought of having to run from a wolf while this encumbered. So let's break down some more of this clothing. And if night comes, we can always just sleep here. Shouldn't be a big problem. We've got plenty of food. We've got enough to make a fire, even if we need to. More harvesting. We're getting a lot of cloth here. We may also try and effect some repairs. We did bring our sewing kit, so I mean, if we need to, we can try and effect some repairs. Are you warmer than what we have on? Absolutely not. So, you're getting harvested. How's our fatigue meter doing? That's a good indicator, actually, of what time it is. Our fatigue is still relatively low, so I would assume if it was later in the evening, we'd be getting more sleepy. Gonna harvest these gloves. Then we're gonna harvest this big giant winter coat. Or should we repair it? Let's take a look at the actual split differential. It's plus 3.7 to both warmth bonus and wind chill, and it's not in fantastic shape. This is 5.3 and 3.5. So it's actually the same. Actually, it's lower on the wind chill bonus, but it's not quite as overall warm. But the premium winter coat is in terrible shape. If we repaired the premium winter coat, I have to assume it's going to be better. I mean, even if it's just based on the name, premium winter coat versus basic winter coat. It seems like the premium should be the winner. These socks are somewhat warmer than what we have on. They're actually considerably warmer than what we have on. We should just wear those. These are not as good, so let's harvest those. I would rather be wearing the wool socks than the cotton socks. Wool socks do still provide a slight bonus when damp, and I know the cotton socks, as it says, when they get wet, they're not that great. So let's harvest those as well. And we have about 3 hours of daylight left, so let's try and effect some repairs. This sweater should be warmer than what we have on, right? No, because it's a thin wool sweater and we have on a heavy wool sweater, so we're going to break that down as well then. And I think probably what we're going to do is just go ahead and set up shop for the night in this house, and then see about making our way home tomorrow. So let's go ahead and do some repair here. Let's try and repair this. Repaired. Alright, so it's going to take 1 hour and 57 minutes, which is the rest of the day. It's going to repair 49% and consume 3 cloth. We have an 81% chance for success. This would repair it completely. I think this is worth making the attempt. We'll use our good sewing kit. We're getting very hungry. And thirsty. Did we succeed? We did succeed because our skill went up. Alright, so let's take a look at this. Oh yeah, this baby is way warmer than what we got. Fantastic. Also, we're going to break this down then. You know what? At 99%, we probably shouldn't break it down, except that it's really heavy. Let's take care of some food needs, though, while we're in here. We can drink some of this water, get rid of any hunger issues we had, and I think we may be eating dog food. We got a lot of dog food. We do have a 29% can of pork and beans here. We could theoretically eat that instead. 600 calories for a cold can of pork and beans. How hungry are we? Pretty damn hungry. We're also getting quite tired. And it is dark outside. It's also dark in here. Let's get our lantern out. You know what? Nah, we can work in the dark. We're just going to be doing some more inventory stuff. So let's... I think we're good. Yeah, I think we'll just eat dinner, and let's see how cold is it in our home here. It feels like 60. It's 36. If we go to bed, we're going to be plenty toasty warm. Really, all we should do is probably just eat, and then I think we'll go ahead and sack out and hope that maybe, just maybe, on the morrow, things are a little bit better vis-a-vis the wolves. So let's light our lantern. Figure out what we want to eat for dinner. I'm guessing, let's eat the pork and beans. They're in the worst shape. We'll use our can opener rather than smashing the can. This is going to get us 600 calories. That's got us pretty good. We should probably eat something else, though. What else is in the worst shape here? We got a lot of badly dinged up dog food. This beef jerky's not looking much better, but the dog food is worse. Yeah, you know what I should have done? Should have eaten the dog food first, and then chased it with the pork and beans. But this is going to prove to be a bad decision, because now I get to go to bed with the delicious taste of Mighty Dog on my lips. That's going to make for a fantastic night, folks. A fantastic night. How am I still thirsty? Fine, if I'm still thirsty, I'll wash it down with a can of soda. We're still a little shy on calories. We're in a bit of a calorie deficit. And also, the orange soda, while not fantastic, I mean, Sunkist basically tastes like raw poison. I still have to assume it's going to be a little bit more enticing than the delicious taste of Mighty Dog. So with that, we're going to go to bed, and I think we'll go ahead and wrap things up. About how many hours? Actually, hold on. About how many hours of darkness are there? 8 hours. So we will sleep the full 8 then. Get a nice, good evening's rest. I'm going to put my lamp out before I go to bed, though. There we go. I'm colder for having extinguished the lamp. Alright, so we're going to rest, and that's going to do it for this installment of The Long Dark. We did finally figure out how to at least make the wolves go away, if not deal with them entirely. Hopefully we can come across some manner of weapon in the near future, but we'll have to save that one for next time. If you enjoyed the episode, of course, feel free to drop a like down in the comments section. Your support really does mean a lot to us. And if you'd like to see more of The Long Dark, consider subscribing as well. Post new episodes 3 times a week, every Tuesday, Thursday, and most Saturdays as well. Right now, however, thanks very much for watching. We'll see you again soon.